I need to get a solicitor if I get an SJPN?
You don't have to, but it can be a very good idea. So SJPNs are undoubtedly confusing. I mean, as lawyers, we're trained to read all that legal language and assess like the strength of the evidence, and we've got more knowledge about what is a defense in law as opposed to, what you think might be a defense might in fact just be mitigating circumstances around, why the sentence should be lower. So if you can get a lawyer, it is a good idea. However, I'm entirely aware that that can be very difficult, especially because I know the next question, Olivia, is about legal aid. So I might just put the two together. And the difficulty with that, then is yes, that legal aid is available in, not in all circumstances. And when it's pre-charge, as an SJPN process is, there are, it's my understanding is that there is no legal aid available. I'm very happy to be corrected on that, but I know that my firm and many others won't accept cases at that level because it's simply, not something that would be affordable for us, and legal aid likely isn't available. If you're actually in court, so you've pled, you've entered a plea or similar, and you've ended up in court, at that point you might be able to get a solicitor. Again, the difficulty is going to be that because this is considered a very low level offence, it may not pass what's called the interests of justice test for you to be approved for legal aid. So to get legal aid, for criminal legal aid, there's two different tests. Number one, your income has to be below a certain threshold, which means that you can't afford a lawyer. But also number two, it has to be in the interest of justice for you to have a lawyer. And especially with very low level offences, quite often that can be missed. However, if you're someone who's particularly vulnerable, so for example, you've got any sort of mental health struggles going on or any physical disabilities or anything else that, impacts your way to engage with the court. The other thing as well is if it's a driving matter and you stand the possibility of losing your license and that would impact your ability to work, things like this, there might be circumstances in which you're eligible for legal aid at court. But in terms of filling in the SJPN, unfortunately, you will most likely have to pay privately.